What's up, gang? Hello, I'm Sophie going on. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome, finally, to my plans for this wonderful NaNoWriMo. If you're here, you probably know what NaNoWriMo is. It's National Novel Writing Month, where you are challenged to write 50,000 words in November. This differs from Camp NaNoWriMo because you can't change the goal. In camp, you can choose whatever goal you want and roll with it. You can do 2 words for the entire camp, and that's your goal. But for NaNoWriMo, it's the set 50K. You're supposed to write the whole novel, first draft, in the month. That's what it's for. Some people like to use it for novels they've already written, or stories they're already working on, but I like to use it the traditional way as much as possible, because this is the only time in the year that I write a new story. All the other times of the year, I am working on projects I've already been working on before. So NaNoWriMo is kind of like my little excuse, my little moment to just work on something I have been like simmering on for quite a while. So they're just like little random novels that I've thought up and worked on. And well, one of them I've completed, one of them I've not. This year, I'm doing kind of the same thing. It is a new story, but it's the second book in a series. It's the same thing, but like, I'm not starting from scratch. Whatever, let me just get into it. So, I am doing the traditional NaNoWriMo thing. I'm starting a new novel, writing it from scratch, hoping to finish it by the end of the month, but it is the second book in the Project What trilogy, called Project Moss, because the title of the book is Moss. That's what I meant by like, it's new, but like it's not from scratch, so like it's kind of traditional, kind of doesn't count, whatever. It is a new novel in a world that I've worked in already. So yeah, this story is obviously following the same characters of Project What, who you are probably aware of if you're on this channel quite a bit, but it follows them as they leave their little island, their little secluded island, and venture out into the rest of the abandoned world to see what is left behind after the nuclear war that their parents and their grandparents saw. And they're trying to bring stuff back to their island to like help them. They're seeing what people decided to leave behind, what they decided to keep, and there's a lot of fun things that I'm gonna do with genetically mutated organisms because of nuclear fallout. That's one of my favorite things about nuclear disasters, I guess. You should not have a favorite thing about nuclear disasters, but my favorite is how it affects the wildlife around the area. And in this case, basically the entire Earth is affected by this nuclear fallout. So how is that affecting the environment? So that is what a lot of the story is about, and then of course they use the knowledge that they get to progress the story. That is the main idea. That's why it's called Project Moss. It's going to center a lot around plants and the wilderness that has been able to thrive now that humans have basically abandoned everything. It's really just, you can see how the wildlife that was already growing there but contained by humans has now taken over everything, and it looks very cool in my head, and I am very excited to see what I could do. It's going to take a lot of research, but it's also going to take some imagination, because there are not many studies on nuclear adaptations. There are, some places that have given us examples, but I get to come up with a lot of stuff. So, very exciting, very fun. I probably sound like a huge loser to a lot of you guys, but very exciting, very fun to me. And, like I already said, since this is a second book in a series, one that I've been working very heavily on lately, I'm not gonna have to do too much prep work this October, since I already know the characters, I already know the world, all that jazz. I do, though, still need to plot the book. I mean, right now I'm about halfway through plotting the book, but as I already know the setup for this plot and everything that goes into the story except for what's going to happen, hasn't been a lot to prep. But I will have some Preptober vlogs out. Hopefully 1 or 2. Definitely making it a lot easier on myself by making it the second book in a series so I don't have to start completely from scratch. Thank you, me, for choosing to do this book for Nanowrimo at the beginning of the year. That's probably the smartest thing I've ever done. But that is not all that I will be doing in October and November. I also still have to work on Project What, the first book of this series, because my goal is to get the book out, draft 3, 2 betas, in the first week of December. It's kind of crunch time. October, right now, I am replotting and reworking everything, making sure everything lines up, and then November, while I'm writing Project Moss, I will be putting in all those changes into Project What, finishing all that up so I can send it out on time. Fingers crossed. But that will also be happening, and you guys will see that as well. I will have Nanowrimo vlogs, and I'll probably have some Project What vlogs sprinkled in there as well, because she needs to get done. She needs to be done. But that is it. That is all I have. I am so excited to get into writing this story. I have been doing a bit of research and like reading and stuff for this up until now. Clearly, I have a few books that I'm gonna reference and use, maybe not during this draft, but definitely in the future, so I can make sure everything at least feels accurate, since it is fiction for the most part. I want to make it feel as realistic as possible, but this first time around it's probably gonna sound goofy. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Are you guys doing Nanowrimo this year? Hopefully you guys are. A lot of people on stream said they aren't, so don't know if I'll have any buddies this year. But if you are, please let me know. Let me know what you're working on as well. I love hearing about everyone's projects. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.